Hello, I'm Mariana Danilovich with Ultralive TV, and we're here at Digital Hollywood Fall 2010 with Elisabeth Flack from the Writers Guild, who's working on the transmedia, digital media contracts and language that should be approved, right?
Well, I actually work with the contract that's already approved by the AMPTP with the industry as a whole. So I oversee the new media terms for writers and content creators in the industry, both for television with derivative new media content, which is new media content that comes from a television show, or for original online content for purely new, innovative web series and other creations that are being made online.
And so is there original transmedia content that's not television or film related?
Yes, absolutely.
And what is that category?
It's original new media.
It's called original new media, and it goes all platforms but existing.
Correct. And we primarily look at new media to be the internet, mobile phone, and then anything that's thought of as a new media platform.
So like an interactive television?
Absolutely.
Anything like a portable platform like an iPad, iPhone?
Absolutely.
And in terms of rates by each of these platforms, do they differ or they're similar on the new media side? How does it work?
Okay, for derivative content that goes with a television show, so like that would be a webisode complementary series that goes with like Heroes or The Office. Those have minimum terms that start at about $100 or $200 per minute for the writers. For original content, which is where we're seeing the majority of web series being produced, is brand new content in a whole new sphere, those rates are negotiable. So it's between the writer and the producer to figure out what is best for the writer.
Because those productions are smaller.
Absolutely, and we want to give them a lot of flexibility. So we want content creators to be able to work with producers to figure out a way to make this exciting new arena blossom.
Because it will help all of us.
Absolutely. In the long run, we have a new industry.
So when was the last contract signed?
It was signed in 2008 and comes up for renegotiation in May 2011.
And how long is usually the renegotiation period, notwithstanding things that happened last time?
It depends, and they differ every single session, so there's no way to predict it. But we do try to keep our writers working within the industry absolutely as much as possible. Last time was an exception. It was a very exciting time in town.
Very exceptional exception. So in terms of the usual, I would say, now that we know there's so many platforms, they all kind of came out within the last 2 or 3 years. It's just a question of amending the terms at this point because everyone is getting paid from new media?
Well, there could be additional terms added. There can be amendments to terms that we currently have that adjust the contract to work for writers that also allow producers to continue to use top talent.
And are these terms in perpetuity usually?
It's for the duration of the contract, and when you produce under that contract, yes.
Fantastic information. Thank you very much for sharing this. And you're going to speak on the panel tomorrow about it, right?
I actually spoke this morning.
Oh, yeah. And what was the panel about?
It was about going pro with the Writers Guild and SAG and how we make it as easy as possible to work with union talent, and that protecting and having writers and actors should always be easy and flexible and should be done.
So how does one become member of the union?
You work for a WGA company, which we call a WGA signatory company, and they've agreed to follow our terms and to protect the writers and follow our rules, basically. And writers who work under those terms get points towards membership if they are not already members.
So for the younger people who are just coming to Hollywood or they're somewhere in the world wanting to join the Writers Guild, what is a AWG company?
Okay, a WGA company basically means it's a production company. It's the company that's going to hire you, and they have signed the Writers Guild contract and have agreed that they will follow our rules, and which we keep the industry standards in the same playing field for everybody.
And what's the minimum amount of credit that a writer has to get then to join?
You need 24 points.
And what does that mean?
So 24 points is accumulated based on the amount of writing time. So in web series, if you're working in new media, if you have like 5-minute webisodes, then you would get, I think it's 3 points per webisode, and you need 24 total.
So you can actually, with 8 short webisodes, you can become a member of the Writers Guild if the company you produced it for is following the Writers Guild rules and is a member as well.
That is correct, as long as they are a professional writer, which the company can agree to make them a professional writer.
This is fantastic for young people who are searching for work right now and are passionate about becoming writers in entertainment. It's probably the best time ever.
Absolutely. There's never been a better time to start your own projects or start working with new companies to create a new industry and become a member of the Guild.
Thank you very much, and good luck to everyone following this great advice.
Great. Thank you very much.